Say it in comments. Say it in comments.
Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, let's do it again.
We're gonna
I knew
reshoot.
something was wrong.
We're gonna reshoot that.
Take 47.
Okay, you're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon.
Seth Templin.
Tyrone Merle.
Anthony Tate.
Anthony Tate, ladies and gentlemen.
My ears were
Late as
itching.
usual.
It's been a while since we had Anthony on the show.
Late as usual.
And we're doing this before our game, Saturday game, because,
We're all busy adults.
yeah,
2 of us are having children.
Yeah.
that's right. And also, there's chicken house catastrophe. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about that, Seth? We're going to kick
Right
it off
now?
with common life right here.
Oh,
Let's just go common life first.
I don't know if I'm allowed to contractually, but I can talk about it a little bit.
Okay, wait. Put someone else in your shoes.
Okay, let's just say that AJ owns chicken houses. No,
Why can't you talk about this?
PETA, but like you're not supposed to like take pictures of the inside of your chickens or anything.
Oh, well,
because,
you
like,
can just tell us a basic
Inside
what
of your
happened.
chicken houses or inside of your
well,
chickens?
anywhere. Video cameras are not allowed on my property. Actually,
Gotcha.
What?
video cameras and and phones apparently.
It is a biosecure area.
Anyway, go ahead.
Just it's a precaution. It's
What
PETA,
basically happened?
But a 2-inch pipe. No, not 2-inch. It was a 1-inch pipe. But it busted overnight and flooded the ground with. I haven't got the full number yet, but somewhere between 6,000 to 12,000 gallons, somewhere in there, just in the floor.
Of what?
Water.
Oh, of water.
in this chicken house.
Oh my gosh.
Just quicksand, basically a quicksand pit.
So we find it. I find it Friday morning, and it's actually the last house I feed, which I guess is probably good because I was able to get everything else taken care of. But find it Friday morning. None of the lines are working because like they've gotten mud everywhere, so it's all sticking together and just tearing apart. So like I have to get my father to come help me. We're standing in like mid-calf water trying to get these lines to work, and because it's just soaking wet, electricity is running through the whole thing.
Looks like your Polk command bar is not
Amy's here.
on account. Please use the Polk Connect app to sign in with
It's just because we're doing a podcast.
Thanks, Alexa. It only does it when you're here, I swear. Or we're doing a podcast. Other people's phones, I guess, try to hook up to it. I don't know.
That's probably what it is.
So we're standing in like mid-calf water, getting electrocuted. Not like bad, not like
It's
the
just
full
like a
220.
steady-
It's constant. Like I had a tear on my skin, so anytime I was like trying to touch something metal, it would go through that. Like everything stung so bad. It was absolutely miserable. Yeah. So then what we ended up having to do, we like after we fed them and let them like eat for a little bit. They're just on islands where there's dry ground, kind of. They're trying to stay out of the water. So we lift everything up in the air, which you're not really supposed to do, but you have to. And we start just bringing in, I say dry litter, but it's been outside, so it's been rained on, and it kind of holds moisture, but it's not as wet as what's in there. And we just kind of mix it all together. We worked till well after dark on Friday. I think I found it. We started probably around 10 after they eaten, and we feed them again. But we worked well after dark, just trying to get it as dry as possible. Come in the next day, feed them again. Didn't get electrocuted that day because there's no water, thank goodness. But then we have to drag everything out. Everything that we put in there, we have to drag out because it wasn't enough to like soak it up and just be dry. It just turned into quicksand mud. Like the chickens are just like get stuck in it and just start sinking. So we had like lost a few chickens
That's
that
a
way.
red alert.
I worked Friday, all Saturday, and all Sunday, and it's still wet. Like walking through, like I will step in places and I'll sink like 3 or 4 inches still.
Lord, dude, that's insane.
That was a week ago.
Wow. So that's why we didn't do a Tiger Skull game last week. Why we haven't had a
Cameron
set
also
income.
had already canceled.
Yeah.
because he had work.
Yeah. We just had some stuff going on.
Oh, it was like Friday. We worked all day, and I'm just like, I know, because Saturday is a tournament of disc golf that I've already paid for, and I've been looking forward to for so long. And I'm just like, I'm gonna miss it. I can't go. And then like you kind of hope maybe I'll be able to go, but then it was no.
All hope was lost.
All hope was lost.
So
It
sad.
was so horrible. But silver linings to all this. AJ Kanan, how did you do in that said tournament?
I came second.
Came second.
I'm sorry, what? What place was that?
Second.
Woo!
He's been playing since September.
I lost by a
August.
stroke, and I mean, you could go back and you could break it down to just little things that you did wrong. I mean, there's bigger things I did wrong too, but just down the stretch, like it was 2 rounds. Second round, towards the end, like I was playing with the guy that won, and also Malachi, he started the second round 2 strokes behind me. I think he finished the second round 2 strokes behind me, but he ended up coming third.
He's been playing for just over a month or two.
Yeah, a month or 2. But
I'm glad I didn't go now because I would have lost to these two and it
No,
would have just
you
pissed me off.
you would have been right there with us, hopefully.
Man.
But
We were in a tournament 2 weeks before that, or a week before that.
2 weeks before
2 weeks
that.
before that. Yeah. And AJ blew me out of the water there, so I probably he would have beat me out at this one too.
I haven't. Well, I've only played 2 turns, but I haven't played bad in one yet. So we'll see what happens when I play bad.
Our first tournament that I did we talk about this?
No, I don't think so.
Have we had a say it in
We
common?
haven't had
since
a
then?
say it in common,
We've
no.
been so freaking busy. It's been horrible. Yeah, I did really well. I did pretty well. Like me and him went to Jonesboro City, not too far from us, and stayed the night. And we played through the 2 courses that we were going to be in the tournament for. And I killed it with him that first day. Like we had 2 different courses. The first course we played 2 discs, so we pretty much played the course through twice, but only walked it once. And overall, I got a 3 over.
The 3
which-
over between 2 discs.
Between 36 holes, I got 3 over par. That's so good.
He did really
The
good.
next day, I got 8 over on 18. So just fell absolutely
just a bad day.
apart. It was cold too, man.
Yeah, and he wasn't wearing any clothes. I'm out there
I went
with
out there completely
pants and a
naked.
pullover, and he had on shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah. I underestimated how. Like I thought my hands would stay warm, but my hands never got like warmed up and like able to really hold.
No,
the
I'm
disc
sure
very
that had a
well.
lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was playing with the dude that won,
We didn't
and
get to play together at all that day.
we were back and forth, and then there was one hole he birdied. It was a short par 3. I wanted to birdie it, and I threw a bad drive, hit a tree, and I got up there, threw my approach shot up there right by the basket, and I missed a putt. It was from me to Seth. It wasn't even that far. I could have like reached out and put the disc in there. I just didn't throw it hard enough, and it was kind of up. So when I threw it up, it flipped against the chains, and it just tumbled back toward me. Luckily, it didn't roll down the hill that I was on, but it was so sad. Like that, technically, that lost me the tournament. I mean, I would have tied if I had a 5-footer.
They wouldn't have let you tie. They would have had a throw off.
Yeah, which I would have been okay with that. But and then there was also another putt I missed from about 15 feet on my second to last hole, and he ended up beating me by a stroke. So I mean, but I could go back to the first round. There was stuff I screwed up on the first round that I could have done. I mean, it's just
Hey,
it's hard
at
not
least
to
you were
think
there.
about those. Yeah, I was there, and he had been playing. He was better than me. I mean, he was throwing way better shots. I know how to scramble pars, and he was making. He had like 8 birdies throughout the day. I had 3. So I was just a par machine. I
He
make
just
more
had a lot
pars.
worse holes than you did.
Yeah, he had a lot of bogeys and a lot of birdies, and I had a bunch of pars. Yeah, so nothing to be ashamed of. I mean,
Second place. He's won almost $200 through the 2 tournaments that he's played at.
Shoot, this could
It's
be your
just-
second job.
just in discs, you don't get actual money until you're a pro. Like I got this hoodie,
Oh, I was wondering where that came from. That's
$50 value. All I had was a 2X, so that's why it's so big.
Looks comfy.
I didn't
Yeah.
care. It is very comfortable.
It doesn't look big on you.
It's cool. It's got a
Yeah,
monkey
maybe
on it.
the arms.
I mean, it does look big on him. He doesn't look like a 2X type guy.
but it looks nice.
Hope not.
I like wearing stuff bigger than I am, though.
Anyway, Anthony, what about you for common life?
Common.
Tyrell, you're on deck, so get a common life story.
I mean, what do I need to get into?
what do you got going on?
I mean, video games.
That's for on the
Catching up.
console.
Yeah, right. Catching up on TV shows.
Yeah, that's movie minute.
See, having a baby.
Like anything going on with work, or I mean, I know you're having a baby, but
You still working 2 jobs?
No. I haven't
quit
even
meals now.
No, I was gonna get started with meals now. Here's the thing: as soon as I get prepped to go, the guy who was gonna who was like vouching it for me, he's like, "Listen, you don't need to join this company because they're terrible." And I don't know. I don't know them personally. This is just, I guess he had a bad experience. But
Did he quit him?
I didn't even join them.
No, did he quit him?
Oh yeah. He went from Meals Now to
Postmates,
no.
DoorDash.
Yeah. DoorDash, because DoorDash came to
Batesville's
Batesville.
big enough for that?
Sure is.
People are that lazy?
They've got meals now in Heber, which was what I was going to ask you. Like, where's the money at?
The money is in the delivery fees.
So do they charge 20% to the restaurant? Is that how it works?
No, I think there's like rates. There's like if you go more than there's like areas of delivery.
Right.
Like dude from Batesville, actually, the guy that I talked to delivered to Drasco.
Whoa!
Yes, I
That
know.
you'd be paying more for the delivery than you did for the food.
He got like $30 from
Right.
that to drive.
So the person who bought the food had to pay that, right? Not the.
On
Yeah.
top of
Well,
the food.
does the restaurant pay a percentage to the driver?
I hope it was
not to the
Taco
driver.
technically
Bell.
Not to the driver.
I hope it was Taco Bell.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Get like a $5 box and have to pay
Oh
$30.
my gosh! Isn't that
Yeah, see, that's
insane
what I'm
though?
wondering, like,
Whenever
how
he
it
told me that, he said, "Yeah, I had to make a delivery to Drasco the other day," and I was like, "Good God!" For people who don't know, from Batesville to Drasco, that is what
25
30?
miles.
miles.
20 to 30, depending on where the restaurant
Yeah,
was.
20 to 30 miles. Okay, and it's Drasco is at least
You know, that
20
seems like a
miles
lot to
from
us, but
another
if you're in a
town.
city, jumping to another, you can go 30 minutes to just another part of the city. So
Here's the
that's
thing.
true.
Here's the thing. People in like Batesville, as small of a town as it is, there's like 10 to 12,000 people in Batesville, and according to the census, the latest census, and like you talk to people in Batesville, if they have to travel 5 minutes outside of Batesville,
it's
it is a chore.
just think of this though, like the first Tobey Maguire or second Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
He's delivering pizza for 30 minutes or it's free. You could deliver a pizza from Batesville to Drasco.
Absolutely.
30 minutes.
New York
true.
may be difficult due to
Just all the
traffic,
traffic.
due to
Oh, yeah.
location, everything like
From
that.
an
But-
experience from having experience in New York, I mean, you look on your phone and it's like 2 miles. Oh yeah, that won't be anything. Hour.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better just to walk it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, if you go, I mean, that may be a little bit exaggerated, but yeah, if you're trying to go from like just one part of the city to the other, like where my sister lived to where she worked was like over an hour on the subway
Jeez.
because you're stopping every, so many blocks, every,
Yeah.
half mile or whatever.
That's public transit.
It's crazy, man.
Batesville doesn't have public transit.
But
It's too
anyway,
small.
I just thought, okay, the restaurant, they're not making the sale unless you're delivering. So I thought they were paying
No.
a fee.
No.
Then you make
They're-
money. You make the money twice off the same thing. I thought.
No. See, the restaurant is paying the LLC, like the company Meals Now.
Like for a subscription.
Yeah, basically. And then on top of that, the company gets that money, and then like the driver gets the delivery fee. That's how you
Gotcha.
make your money.
Okay, well, it's still just like maybe if you had a lot of people or like it was a whole business like getting lunch for the day, I can see everybody going, okay, it's going to cost $30 to deliver. Can we all pitch in an extra $2-3?
Dude,
A bunch of us,
Yeah.
But not if it's just me sitting at home and I want a pizza. I'm not going to pay $30 for somebody to bring me a pizza.
I know what you mean. And here's the thing, they have companies that have their own deliveries, like Domino's, Mazio's, like the pizza places,
Right.
They deliver their own food, and even like Fox Creek Barbecue delivers their food.
Yeah.
But like if you live 15 minutes outside of town, no bueno, no one will do it. In fact, if you live in certain parts of Batesville, Pizza Hut won't deliver to you because they're closer to Walmart now.
Really?
Yeah, which, I mean, I know this sounds incredibly hick to anybody who doesn't know anything about Batesville. It's like, oh, they're over by Walmart, You ain't going to get that if you live over by Duggar's. No, it ain't going to happen. But like, seriously, yeah, if you, it's insane, this whole delivery thing. And that's why.
Is there more money in the delivery thing or in Uber? Or whatever
Oh.
driving people or delivering?
Uber, Lyft,
Yeah.
like that, just that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is there more money in?
Delivery or commute.
Right.
There is more money in delivering food.
Well, but I figure you don't work as much though, do you? Like,
Dude, they have people send in schedules. And whenever I joined their like group. There are like 30, 35 people working.
I just can't
Under
believe there's
this
that demand.
I know. The demand is insane.
I really didn't figure you'd make but like 2 or 3 deliveries a day. Maybe.
No. You can work hours and like you hit those sweet spots, those prime time. 4 o'clock to like 8 o'clock, or 11 to 2. Had one guy, the guy that I was talking about, he would work every Sunday like 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and I mean he was making good money.
Is it insane to y'all that you could just stay in your car and make a living now?
Yeah.
2020, you can actually,
Maybe I should do that.
you can literally just stay in your car, drive people around, or bring people stuff, and make a decent living.
That is
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
That's,
If I lived in the city, I'd probably do Uber. I figure I would because I
Yeah.
like being behind the wheel. I don't know if I'd like the people that got in my car, but I feel like I'm a pretty good driver.
you're not gonna have it
Yeah,
very
but
long.
then you
Yeah,
can
fair.
add this whole concierge thing to it. Hey, here's
I've used
Candy
it a few
bar.
times on vacation
Yeah.
and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's nice for if you don't know where you're going and stuff, or you're just needing. Me and my dad did it when we was going to a football game.
Yeah.
We'd just drop us off at the thing, and we'd call one, and they'd pick us up at the thing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet.
Does
That's
it cost more or less than a taxi? Do we know?
It's
My
a
sister
lot
would know.
less.
Okay. That's
We
what I
had me and
taxis
Cynthia.
are unions.
Me and
Are
Cynthia
unions.
went on a cruise, and we had to get a taxi to leave the cruise to go to the airport or something. We just watched that ticker go.
Yeah, taxis are insane. We
Yeah.
rode in one or two while we were in New York, and I remember from the airport to our hotel, and we were in the car probably 15 minutes. It was like $50.
It's stupid. Uber, we one time took a long road trip with an Uber driver, from Jacksonville, Florida to Miami. I don't know, almost a 2-hour drive, and it was $120 or
Jacksonville to
something.
Miami.
I don't remember quite.
That
I was
was an
about to
Uber?
say that's
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
Way better than renting
yeah.
our
Sure.
own vehicle. Super nice.
yeah. One thing about it is, if you wanted to open up like an Uber for yourself, you have to get a camera installed. You just for your own security, for your own insurance purposes.
Yeah.
You would want to make sure that was.
I have a question for y'all, but we'll do it after the common life.
Tyrell, you got any common life?
Nothing really in particular, except for, I guess,
Shaved his head.
He did shave his head. If you follow us on Instagram and you've seen any pictures of Tyrell, there's a few on there.
His luscious.
He was
locks.
growing out a mane. It was so long. It was so great.
It's what I wish I could do with my hair. I wish my hair was
wasn't
straight
young
so that I
long.
could do that.
It was like a Chris Hemsworth, just beautiful flowing.
Oh my gosh.
He has shaved it to nothing.
To nothing.
He is a skinhead.
Yeah, you can just see his widow's peak, and that's it.
Anyway, go ahead with what you were going to say, Tyrell. Sorry.
well, I worked last week all by myself,
Yeah.
completely by myself for the first time.
What'd you do?
Just what I always do, but just by myself. I just pretty much.
Did you get some headphones in? You need to get some headphones, bro, and listen to books or podcasts or something.
Nah, I mean, with what I'm doing right now, I mean, it's just blowing leaves and.
I
maintenance
would blow
stuff.
Do you not listen to anything while you?
Oh, you
You
need
don't?
to. You
No, I
need
never
to.
do.
Oh, I assumed you listened to music.
Oh, dude,
Tyrell's
you need
always
to.
listened music.
No, the only time I listen to music is either when I'm in my car or sometimes if I'm playing video games or something, I'll listen to music with
Yeah.
while I'm playing.
You need to try listening to some stuff while you're
Yeah,
working.
crap. Podcasts, books, music, anything.
They make headphones loud enough to cancel out air.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Leaf blowers.
but
I don't know if they cancel that one out or not. That thing is.
I have one of these.
Backpack
It's
blower?
big. It's
Nah,
really big.
it's
Drowning
sometimes
out enough to
depending
hear.
on the music. If you sometimes podcasts they talk low, but music usually will do any,
yeah.
especially the heavy rock stuff that you like to listen to.
I don't really listen to that too much anymore.
Oh, you know?
Tyrell's into some experimental stuff.
Like, what are we talking about?
He's always like, check out this Mongolian band.
No way.
Anymore, I listen to a lot of different folk type music and stuff. So I've gotten into some Norwegian stuff like that.
You know what I think of when I think of Norwegian?
What?
Like Norwegian black metal.
Oh boy, no, it's not.
You
like
know?
that. no, it's
No, Tyrell's got some pretty pleasant stuff on the playlist.
I don't really know how to describe it. It's
Is there a lot of mandolin?
got what's it called?
Do they have cowbell?
What's that instrument called? It's a
More cowbell.
hurdy-gurdy. I think is what it's called.
Hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah, hurdy-gurdy. It's like a. It's got like a
You
little
are-
crank
you are-
thing on the side of it with like little keys, and it's got like a violin strings and stuff on it.
You're absolutely kidding me.
Like
That's
a one-man
thing.
band type instrument?
It's just like a. What kind of noise does it make?
They use it in The Witcher actually, and a lot of the music for that.
In what?
In The Witcher's music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's that one? I don't remember what the name of that song is.
Let me tell you what I'm a real big fan of: the accordion.
Really? My grandpa plays the accordion.
I'm kind of a fan. Kind of. It kind of gives me some some old French or French Quarter Louisiana vibes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not just going to sit and listen to accordion music, but like
No.
when my grandpa used to pull it out like at family gatherings,
Yeah.
it's nuts to watch. And if you ever try to play one, I mean, it's just like, it'll blow your
who
mind
came
that
up with that?
somebody can play that.
Who came up with that?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't remember how many buttons.
So many.
And
More
then
than the
keys,
alphabet.
and then you got to keep it moving in and out.
Yeah.
It's insane, and
Uh-huh.
he plays all kinds of stuff on it.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
But his accordion, you got a problem with it. It. Like there's one note it plays constantly, so you can't play it anymore.
Here's another one that I miss: the keytar.
Yeah, that kind of came and went.
Beep beep beep. I
it
think they
actually
brought
have
it
a
back
guitar?
for Walk the Moon.
Did it have strings that did anything? Or was
No.
it just a neck so you
No,
could
it
hold
was
it?
just like you hold it.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a keyboard.
Yeah.
A portable keyboard.
Did Walk the Moon have a keytar?
I'm pretty sure in Shut Up and Dance With Me, they had a keytar.
Yeah, I can see that being on
Yeah.
the keyboard.
Yeah. Anyways,
Then it
I'm
goes to that
sorry.
fast part.
We were right in the middle of the hurdy-gurdy. What's
Continue on with the hurdy-durdy.
Yeah, tell us more
anyway,
about the novelty
Norwegian
instruments.
folk stuff. I mean, that's the music that Tyrell's into. What? I mean, is there anything else? I mean, what do I not know about this new Tyrell with no hair? He changed
He's
his
an anarchist.
changed his whole life. I mean,
Definitely not.
I could see it. I could see it.
Everyone else seems to be.
He's like a punk rocker.
I don't know. I mean, as far as life goes, that's about it. I mean, I've been playing Stellaris again.
Nope. That's it.
On the
That's on the
console.
console.
On the console.
Yep.
Listen, there are strict boundaries we're sticking to.
Okay, well, let's go. Since we're done
Well-
there, let's just go on to keeping it common then.
Yeah, do we need to keep it common?
We need to keep it common. Episode 18.
Yeah. Did y'all enjoy that game? I was afraid I was going to kill y'all again.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I was too after you about killed me in one turn. I didn't
yeah.
rage yet.
I did go down in that fight.
You did.
I put a lot of you down.
Yeah.
You put Rask down and
Three.
Thren.
Dude, I was working overtime.
Did
on
you go
that.
down?
I don't know if I went down.
I think you did.
I was
think you
trying
did.
to-
Yeah,
I was keeping people.
yeah.
from
You
going
did
down.
go down because I ran over there to kill the guy that knocked him down, and then I helped get
That's
him
it.
up. I think.
I
was
think
trying
Dustin
to-
went down. Dustin never went down, but he
No, he
wasn't
didn't.
very effective either.
No, but he had a lot of health left.
Yeah, he was juggling though. He was keeping the heat off of us.
Right.
Yeah. No, that was really interesting having the Echo Knight available.
Wait, y'all
in
needed
there.
Darren for that fight, didn't y'all?
Would have been
We-
really nice.
Oh man, if we had
were
him,
sure missing the
that
road.
would have been over in 2 seconds, man.
The giant wasn't the problem.
Uh-uh.
The black cloak. I was way more scared of those black cloaks than I
Yeah,
was
the
giant.
wizard that with that fireball was
Yeah.
crazy.
They always throw out a fireball, and there's always
Or I'm assuming that was a wizard. I don't know. I'm guessing it was a wizard.
they just do a lot of damage. They got 3 attacks.
Yeah, and what's the deal? One of those, we were talking like, not that it should be nerfed, but it wouldn't be bad if it was nerfed.
The normal guard, Dustin built the normal guard way stronger than the elite guard that he built. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that's
Didn't
what he was
realize
doing.
it, yeah.
What's the difference?
I think the normal guard has almost as much health, but does 3 attacks, and the elite guard has 3 attacks, but they're not as good or something. I don't remember off the top of my head.
So they're really similar.
Very similar, just the elite guard is not elite.
Is the like 2 attack like the plus whatever like better with them or whatever?
I think it is actually too. Yeah.
They
And the
they have
armor.
stronger.
Armor
No, the
class.
armor was higher for the elite for sure.
Yeah,
think
that's
it
what I
was-
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have a higher to hit.
Right. Yeah, a couple of those are. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, definitely.
But y'all met Dalinar. You got to talk to him for a little bit. Y'all got y'all's dots, and
Yeah.
Rask got his full-on dragon body tattoo.
Yeah, of course that's what he wanted. No, we had a dilemma there when we went in there. Like, and Dal and I was like, "All right, you're committing to being in the Inkling or whatever," and that was when I realized, "Oh crap,
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
picking
and
a
I'm
side
sure,
right here.
I'm sure from your perspective
It blew
as the
my
DM,
mind.
you were like, okay, yeah, this is the next course
You
of
thought
action.
that was what was
We'll just
happening,
get
yeah.
through this
Yeah.
real quick. But like, whenever I heard that, I was like, God, what if these guys? I mean, just huge amount of anxiety. I was just like, okay, now we have to do what
Yeah.
this guy says. What if he's just like District 13 leader from Hunger
that
Games?
just was in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of
Snow.
what I was saying because obviously
There's
we don't
Snow
want to be.
was the big guy from the Capitol,
Oh, right.
and then I forgot what the president. It was
Right.
President something.
Right. He was President Snow, but then the woman who took over after, who was going to take over. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we obviously don't want to be on the side of the king and the Black Cloaks. But at the same time, like, we don't know that much about the Inkling other than they really want us to be in the Inkling, and they helped us break out of the academy. That was really what set up the whole thing, was they helped us get out of there, so we kind of feel obligated to go do what they want.
Well, I mean, Rask has always been a part of him. He gave y'all a bunch of money from him. Evan Lynn has been very supportive and
Yeah.
well spoken of them.
And they're trying a little bit too hard to get us, you know. Are we useful to them, or they just see that we're defectors?
I'm pretty much running this like a video game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that good a DM to keep it. Like your rap said, I'm pretty railroady as a DM.
No, just no. I was just kidding.
That at all.
I just give y'all the illusion of free choice.
Well, that's how you
Isn't
have
that
to.
how?
You have
Isn't that
to
how
do
everything is?
Kind of. You kind of have to go that way.
I really am God.
I mean, you have the game planned, and I mean, I would expect you to have like,
Right.
oh yeah, we can make a choice here, but this is probably.
Oh, y'all could have left. Like, I wouldn't have killed y'all for sure because y'all are the players, you know. But like, I don't know what we'd have done.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have probably ended the game right there, and I'd have just been like, I don't know where we're going from here.
Well, we're just gonna go take on
We
the,
could've- well,
the
I
empire
mean,
by ourselves.
In some way, we could have formed some sort of
Third
party.
yeah, really, all
Yeah.
we're trying to do is clear our names. That's what started the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
So
there's not
why-
even a point to clear your name now. There's no town to go back to.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So now we just find ourselves, and
I guess if y'all wanted to retire y'all's character and make some new ones, y'all could.
no, we're too invested
Yeah.
now.
That's what I thought.
I mean, we have the common good. Like we fight for the common good.
Yeah.
Especially Buck. I mean, he enters towns and he wants
And
to help
I
everybody
guess,
anyway.
like, y'all don't know my mind, so I guess y'all could, like, see more nefarious reasonings behind Dalinar and this stuff. I get that. But in the moment, I'm just like, yeah, these are clearly the good guys. Like, why wouldn't you just, yeah, we're here
This
to
is
join.
another Millicent.
It makes it way better to listen to, though.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is another Millicent episode, where we meet this.
Y'all wanted to pick a fight with Solaris.
Yeah.
I don't even want to pick a fight.
I don't know if it was me. Was it me?
Both of you.
Oh.
Both of y'all were, like, highly sus.
No, that was
like, Solaris
Buck
sucks.
was just asking him why. We were kind of confused why
Right.
you didn't show up.
Another thing that made that moment tense was like, I had him repeat himself. I don't know if it wasn't just me that was making the characters say what they just said over again.
I think that was one thing. Yeah, I don't know if you Anthony were not paying attention or something. I explained it away
Yeah.
in a way that I thought, and then when you recalled it right back,
Yeah.
then I was like, this is a powerful guy. I mean, he holds. He is respected here in the Alliance for sure, or the Rebel Alliance. you know.
Yeah.
And the Rebel Alliance.
I found the rebel base.
And then just to be questioned by this kid that he's known growing up in his town all the time kind of pissed him off.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we're kind of turning into pretentious slime.
Yeah. But yeah, me.
We think we're good now.
Myself, Anthony, I think I had gotten a text or something, and it just threw my balance off.
No,
Well, it was
know,
also just Solaris was talking to Thren, so we weren't really in the conversation technically. They
y'all were all
talking-
in Evelyn's.
Yeah, we
thing
could have
then.
been paying attention, but I just don't think it was kind of quick.
I think I assumed y'all were all kind of just paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean,
But it was fine. Like y'all know that I'm not angry at y'all when I let my characters.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You play it very well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
told, and Quincy was telling Solaris, oh, well, You got a chance to redeem
And my whole
yourself.
thought about
with the
that,
giant.
Oh my gosh!
yeah,
you got a chance.
My whole
to
thought
read-
about this was like, y'all didn't watch the whole thing. Like, pretty much y'all were going through, and the giant is walking alongside you, breaking stuff as you go, and then you're leaving, and you just see the destruction happening. So y'all see him come. Eventually, he would have came, but I don't know if he could have taken one wizard taking on one giant. I
Just
don't know.
depends on how powerful he
Right.
is.
Right.
But
We don't know.
I'm not going to kill the giant,
Right.
you know.
We just would have expected, see a.
But like, so
Witch
he
bolt or
did
something
things
come
to
flying.
try to. He focused more on getting everyone
Yeah,
to
his,
safety.
His focus was the safety of the town's
Right.
people, not the
Yeah.
preservation of the town.
Right.
How powerful is Solaris? Because he's just
I
like a
don't know.
practical wizard in our town.
That's what you.
Practical.
That's what we think.
Yeah.
But we also know that he used to run around with Evelyn, apparently. And he's part of the Inkling, and we didn't know that.
And
So-
Evelyn is very old, apparently.
Yeah, and very powerful.
That's something that Buck is not going to let go.
What? Oh, our age.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, you're a mystery.
Yeah.
I'm going to unravel this.
I don't know if you'd like the answer actually.
How old she is?
No, just the mystery of who she is and what
Oh.
she is.
Yeah.
I think I know, and I'm not going to say
No,
anything.
go ahead.
No, I'm not going to.
I already know
Oh,
it.
come on.
I've been keeping it for a long time because I think it's true, but I don't want to bring it to anybody else's
Okay.
attention.
All right. It's
Quincy
kind of
doesn't know.
it's kind of that whole, that whole if you travel back in time and tell people what the future is, then the future's going to change type thing.
Yeah.
It creates a paradox
Right.
type thing.
Exactly,
I don't
yeah.
want to talk about it because it's going to change the end result.
It might, because if I say something about it, which there's no reason that I would know other than just like
I want to hear it. Come on, say
I
it.
would tell you personally, but no, I don't want Anthony or anybody else really to play differently because of what I
He
think.
pointed me out. I'm not going to play differently. because
Anthony,
of
you're
it.
the worst at playing differently.
No, it's just like I don't want you.
things too personal.
No, I just don't want like you to be looking for that in what Seth is doing.
Dude,
like going,
I
oh,
looked.
is it-
I looked for Millicent to be the Wicked Witch of the West, man. Okay, I'm gonna be
And
suspicious.
Solaris is this. He's a traitor, so we have to question him.
and Dolinar is a tyrant.
Yep.
You know, like Buck does not trust authority.
What did y'all
at
think of
this
Jake
point.
on the same kind of thing?
Oh,
love the accent.
It was a fun accent.
Couldn't get out of it.
Couldn't get out of it.
oh my
Got
gosh,
stuck
dude.
in my head, man.
Dude, that was. I say I do work.
I never said that, did I?
You never said
I didn't
I
want to
never
say
said
that. Yeah,
No,
I didn't want to say that
That's
because that's
just-
kind of
that's-
kid jokey. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed his accent.
Dude,
Like,
that was so fun.
sets him very apart.
When you said apparatus,
This apparatus. Did
It's-
you look up
No.
Arcturus
No.
Minsk? I need to show you. Because,
Oh yeah, that one thing you were going to talk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did look that up.
StarCraft, dude.
Yeah, StarCraft guy.
It was, if you like, for some reason those characters, whenever that voice is done, they speak so highly too. Like they use insanely big words.
Yeah.
So like I was just constantly thinking ahead, like what extra spicy word could I throw in here to make it
It's
more
like the guy
interesting?
that grew up Southern and then went to the university
Now,
somewhere
what,
else.
what it's based on is Southern aristocracy,
Right.
Which the Southern aristocracy in the antebellum South, they modeled their lives of like British upper class. That's why That's why we have the accent we have
Gotcha.
today.
Didn't know that.
It's a subset of Americans adopting a bit of a British accent and speaking. I mean, these people knew Latin. They spoke Latin in their circles, but they also, some of them
Very
thought
intelligent people.
Yeah, they're very intelligent, but also thought very poorly. Some of them of people of color, unfortunately. But I mean, culturally, it's a neat subset to learn about.
Tyrell, what do you think of Jake? Because you're from his lands.
Well, at first, to be perfectly honest, I didn't trust him.
I don't trust anyone.
There's no reason to trust anybody.
No
Y'all
reason-
trust nobody ever.
Our whole
Well,
lives
the
have been torn
reason
apart.
you know why.
Well, here's the thing: we trusted Dustin's character to be a bad guy. It was like, okay, well, it's just full surrender to that. Flip the tables. This bad guy's good. This good guy's bad.
Yep.
Have I ever made any good person, someone who seemed good to be bad though?
I don't know.
I don't think I've done that. To
I don't
any-
think so.
Except maybe the heroes.
Yeah.
And I mean, they came in hot.
Nobody
Yeah.
can be trusted.
They-
Millie, we can't trust Millie. She
Oh,
ran
that
off.
girl.
Delilah, yeah.
Yeah, Delilah.
She was just a What is it? Damsel in distress, pretty much.
I don't,
She even
I don't
she didn't
believe
say
that.
much to y'all.
I don't believe that.
Did she ever speak to y'all?
She was out cold.
Yeah, no, she spoke to us.
Oh, she gave you the coin. Right?
She told us what happened.
She gave me the coin, yeah.
She gave us the hag's eye, and then you are the one who played Evelyn is telling us that she had to have lied about where she was from or what.
Yeah.
She. They're coming back. Millie and that girl are coming
Millie
back
might
at some
not
point.
be. I
And what
don't
about the Capra Demon? Because we can't truly kill it. I haven't thought about that until since then. Really, that is this stuff going to resurface? Tyrell?
I just had a thought.
Tyrell is our resident lore expert.
That would be terrible if that was a night hag, but
His eyebrows just raised.
Millie or Delilah?
Delilah.
So you think she was the Capra Demon?
Night hags are fiends. So, I mean, it makes sense why she'd summon a devil, demon, whatever. That would make sense, but
Okay.
Seth thinks it's funny. You don't know.
I mean,
what
his
that
eyebrows
means.
raised. So I mean,
I don't give things away.
Was
No.
it? Well, it's just
That was
it's just
just
a
like-
matter of was it just for that game, just for an interesting side thing, or is this a recurring thing? That's the only.
I
we
mean,
don't know.
I mean, when you look at some of the things that like inspire D&D players, and you cannot leave out the impact that Critical Role has had on D&D players, D&D games, DMs. You know, like that whole thing with the Rakshasa in campaign 1. I'm sure that wasn't something that was going to reoccur, but it did, and it was. I mean, it was a good side story in order for them to get into the seven hells. You know, in order to get to this place that normally they wouldn't get before. You know.
Haven't had a dog barking on the podcast in a while.
Yeah.
We'll just cut that out later.
Yeah.
the only thing is, I was just thinking, I don't think, now I might be wrong, I don't know. I don't think night hags can turn into anything. I think
Well-
they actually stay like their form.
Do they have magic?
Yeah, oh
Like
yeah,
the
they
Sky
definitely
Spell?
have magic. They can like raid your dreams.
So she could have easily disguised herself as a little girl or a young girl and then summoned a demon.
There's sea hags, and like they can only turn into something that is ugly, basically.
They also drink Bailey's from a shoe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Normal hags can turn into whatever they want. I think it has to be female. I'm not positive about that. Can't remember. It's been a minute since
So
I
is a
watched
night
that.
hag? What lore is this in? Is this
They do.
this is D&D
Yeah.
like monster?
You can go in the monster
D&D?
manual and find a night hag.
I don't know if
so
you can
no-
look at Monster Manual. I think you'd have to look in Xanathar. No, not Xanathar. Volos.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Maybe not hags in them.
In Eberron, in the Eberron setting, there is actually she's like the leader of a coven of night hags, and she's almost like god tier, like enemy in that. Very nasty creature.
There's so many games I'd love to play. I'd love to play in a good Eberron thing. I used to play with two guys, and they know the Sword Coast or the what's the whole country called? They know all the lore.
Toril, the world
Yeah,
of Toril.
they know all the lore of like the D&D world. Like they put their games in certain years based on the game because they know the lore so well.
I think the dogs are about to bark again because I think she's about to come in. No, okay.
I mean, that's cool, but
That's the thing. Like if I knew all that and tried to put y'all into it, y'all wouldn't know any of it. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't know any of it because I don't know the lore either.
right. It'd be tough to be accurate with it.
Right.
You have to know too much.
Well, it's like I was telling you when me and you and Malachi were hanging out. Here, what was that? Like a week ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. I was telling you about the Netheril Empire and the reason why you don't have 10th and 11th and whatever 12th level spells anymore is because like
Yeah, the goddess destroyed it. Mystera?
yeah, Mysteria, but Mastara, the reason she did that though is because that one guy from the Netherrealm Empire tried to cast, I think it was like a 10th level or 11th level or whatever spell, is like assume avatar, and he tried to take the avatar of that god, which she controls all the magic. But once he got to that point, he didn't know how to control it, and he blew himself up basically, and everything else with it.
Well, so who wrote that? Where would you read that lore?
Wikipedia, you can read every bit of the lore on Wikipedia.
Or you can do like I do and watch AJ Pickett's videos.
Well, who writes it?
They have just like, I don't know if there were actually books. There are books.
It's
written
from the
about it.
previous editions
but
of D&D.
previous editions. Just they've put that much work into building their games.
Hey, switching real quick, just switching real quick to Common Life. That's a reason to pick up noise canceling headphones. You can listen to these YouTube videos on lore and
He already watches enough lore. Tyrell does.
yeah, but
That's why he knows.
Tyrell needs to run a game based on heavy lore, and that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
See, I would like to. I actually, when I was wanting really bad to do a Adventures in Middle Earth game, I was watching a lot of lore on that.
Now, what age does that take place in?
That is before the Fellowship.
So, second age?
No, maybe
No, it'd be
not.
third.
Maybe
but
it might be after Bilbo's journey. And
so it's
before
like at the same
Fellowship.
time the whole
Right.
Shadow of Mordor and Shadow
Yeah.
of War thing.
Actually, what I was gonna do though is if y'all played that, what is that one Mordor game on GameCube or PlayStation 2? I bought
War
it.
in the North.
No, the turn-based
The
one.
Third
kinda.
Age.
Third Age, yeah. I was actually thinking about running that style of a game and like having y'all right behind the Fellowship and like dealing with some stuff that they left behind. I think that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would,
yeah.
No, that I would be down with that. Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
cool.
Like following behind as like a vanguard or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Vanguard is aren't they? the first?
Because if it's like before like the
don't know,
movies,
maybe.
I'm not gonna know
That'd be
anything
cool,
about
too.
anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we were falling in behind, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I could get down with that. I haven't been all that.
If it is not Vanguard, then the opposite of Vanguard.
The Scout. The Scout would be
Oh,
front.
Scout's front. I think
Yeah.
Vanguard's
So
the best.
Vanguard.
I'll have to look it up.
I don't
Dang
know.
it.
If it is the front, say what's the opposite of Vanguard.
Yeah.
all right, are we moving on?
Why
Do y'all-
not?
Do y'all have any more questions about the campaign?
I don't think so, unless Tyrell does.
No, I don't guess.
Don't trust anyone. Got it.
We never will. Think we have a reason not to.
It's not about that. I was going to say.
Okay, I have a question. What when we have like little poll things or
Yeah.
something? Just like.
Yeah.
All right, I brought this up to you. I think already. What?
The forefront of an action is the Vanguard. So,
Be the opposite of that. Postcard.
postcard.
Post Vanguard.
I got the post.
You have Vanguard, post. You have Vanguard, Guard, and Post Guard.
Rear guard? Rear guard.
I think it's rear.
I would like to.
Rear guard, back, followers,
What are we going
rear.
to next?
I don't know. Seth's about to say something, but what are you
Okay,
saying?
right.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll bring it up in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What I don't know what this section is called, but I actually asked this to him, and we were talking about it a little bit. We kind of touched on it with the Uber and the food delivery and stuff. I don't know about y'all, but my parents, especially my dad, when he's raising me, like put in a work hard kind of mentality. Like just break your back if you have to. He wanted me to go to college so I wouldn't have to break my back. But you're having a child. Eventually, y'all will probably have children. Like, will you instill that same kind of thing into them? Because it's not so necessary, in my opinion, anymore. Like, you don't have to break yourself down. You can literally have a career in anything you enjoy now if you work hard enough. You should still work hard, but like that actual
It's-
work hard mentality.
I understand. I was raised with the same thing. Break your back now, so you know that you don't want to break your back for a living.
Yeah.
And here's what I would say. There's nothing wrong with that mentality.
No.
Okay. But it's kind of like, it's Let me.
Here, I'll go even for like it was almost like when I didn't complete college, it was almost like I failed in a way because I'd been raised to like you
Yes.
got to go to college to make a good living.
Yes.
Don't work hard.
I was the same way.
But also like I want my kid to enjoy whatever they're doing.
Exactly.
You know?
And the thing
if
is,
they're good
yeah.
enough at playing video games, they can make good enough living at playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see myself being upset if they wanted to be an Uber driver. You're making good money.
Mm-hmm.
Go to some I don't want you to do it in Heber, but go somewhere that you can make a good living doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Make a good living. If you enjoy it, do it.
And that's the thing. It's think about it like if you're I can't think of the right analogy for it, but if you just work hard in any direction, that's so much wasted energy.
Right. That's exactly how I would.
But if
my
you
thoughts.
know what you want to do and you work hard at that, then you flourish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of what I was gonna say. Like my parents never like said, "Oh, you've got to go to college." That was never anything they ever said. Like we were looking for ways for me to get something out of some further education without having to go to college, which is what I ended up doing. But like I think, especially like if they're gonna play sports or anything like that, the hard work mentality doesn't have to be just like go out and beat yourself down, weed eating and mowing and all that kind of stuff, which I think that's one way to teach it. And I would have them do that. Like there needs to be accountability and self-responsibility, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like if you're going to do something, don't quit. And if you're going to do something, do it like with your best effort. Like that is, it's something I've lived by. I don't think anybody ever told me exactly those words, but that's just something that I've learned to do. That's what my parents have always done. That's what my grandparents did. And while maybe it looked different, like my dad has done a lot of physical jobs and stuff like that over his life, and it may not look exactly the same to me, but I mean, like my job is kind of physical, but my boss is always like if I ever quit, like he says, I'm not going to be able to find anybody else like you. Like there's not a lot of people that do have that work ethic. Mm-hmm. And you can put that work ethic into sports. You can put it into computers. You can put it into video games. You can put it into whatever. Like everything that I do, it has the same work ethic. Mm-hmm. So while it doesn't necessarily have to be like, yeah, we're going to go out and put shingles on this roof just so you learn hard work. Like you can learn hard work by doing anything.
I mean, that's the thing is we have, especially in our neck of the woods, in our society, it's okay if you're a hard worker, and you'll see it on like Facebook. These older people that are just learning that you can advertise businesses on Facebook. They're like, "Hey, listen, my name's John Q, and I'm 46 years old, and I'm a do-it-all guy. If you need wood chopped, you need your roof re-shingled, you need drywall work, flooring done, you need me to walk your dogs, I can do it all." It's just like that's what we've been told is hard work. Mm-hmm. You put yourself out there, and you do what you can, but it's like
And top effort, do it the best job you can at whatever.
And here's no one's going to disagree with what I'm saying. If you sign yourself up for a job, you absolutely have to do the best that you can. Mm-hmm. Okay, because that's the most important thing is that you do the quality work that you're saying you can do. Mm-hmm. If you can't do that work, don't advertise yourself to do that. But like, you can. It's amazing to me. Like I'm not oversimplifying either. Okay, whenever I say this, but like you can look at actual classes on YouTube on like computer hardware service.
Skillshare.
Yeah.
Like they have a thing you can learn how to do anything.
Exactly. Where you wouldn't need a technical certificate. You could do it like under the table. You could do cash. Like, hey, listen, I'm pretty good at fixing computers. I just don't have a technical certificate, but I'll guarantee my work. I have good enough business. If I have good enough business, if I tear up your computer, I'll give you your money back and $100 or whatever. I have a guarantee.
Yeah.
Like and that's one thing. I think that's one way to make this. I mean, to get around to things like woodworking. I've never had woodworking, any kind of formal work on it. That's why it's taken me so long to get into it, because I don't know anything, and I'm trying to fix the tools, all of that. But
you're working hard at it.
That's the thing is I'm pleased with what I could do with it. Mm-hmm.
See, like I watch a lot of YouTubers now, and that's like a dream job to me that I can never have now.
YouTubing?
Like, yeah.
Why?
I don't have the skills because
Oh,
it's
that's a lot.
Nah.
There's not a lot of skills to YouTubing, Seth.
Well, I don't have the resources. Then I don't have good enough internet and all that.
The internet's the problem.
I'll connect
that
you
is-
with some things.
Huh?
I will give you some information that might help.
That's just like I would love. I also have a job that I have to spend, and I'm about to have a
You
family.
can YouTube that.
Like,
See, that's the Tyrell. Why don't you weigh in on this before we go even further? You think about the hard work.
All my life I've done manual labor. I mean, that's all I've done. This job I've had for 8 years.
I'm not putting down on anyone who
Really,
does
the-
because
the-
I've also
no.
done manual
I
labor.
mean,
too.
here's the thing. There's guys that have started working in businesses in like manufacturing jobs, while I was in college, who are way further along than I could dream of being.
Before I built my chicken houses, I was working at a restaurant while I was in college, and then when I decided I wanted to build the chicken houses, my dad's like, "You need to quit that job and get you a real job, so the bank will want to give you a loan better." So I quit the restaurant that I was working at. Loved working at the restaurant, but we had a chicken cutting factory, and I went and cut chicken. And there was this young white guy, very like Hispanic filled, a lot of Hispanics there, a lot of them. But this one guy's like, he was telling a few of us white people, and people were pathetic on this job. White people especially were pretty pathetic. Like you would see people come in and leave before lunch on their first day, or not come back from lunch on their first day. I stayed there until I got my loan, and then came and started working on my trying to get the farm ready for the chicken houses. But this kid, I don't know how I call him a kid. I think he was probably younger than me at the time. He wasn't much older if he was, but he was like, "Man, y'all need to stick around. Like they're opening another factory. You're white. You're going to get a manager's position if you stay here for like 2-3 months. They will promote you just because you're white." And that's horrible, but I mean that's what
it's a sad
Right.
truth, but like, and that's the thing. A business like that, and the one that I know that you're talking about, and this is not disparaging any illegal immigrant, okay, or
right. That was probably most of them were not legal.
but like when
That's just on the company
when
for
they
hiring all them.
when ICE would come into town, those businesses would almost shut down.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that to disparage anybody. I'm not saying that to be mean towards anybody, but that's just the fact of the matter is
they put so many. Yeah, they had so many of those. illegally.
they raided that place.
Probably the same place I worked at.
It was. And they
They were good at their jobs though.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
They're good workers, they're good jobs. I mean,
Really, the question though is like, do you have to work hard with your body to learn a work ethic? Tyrell, do you think do you think your kid would need to do what you've done
I hope not.
to understand hard work?
I hope not. But
and that's the same attitude that our dads have had.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to make their kids not have to work as hard as they did.
Right.
So
I like what you said earlier. Don't quit on things. I quit on everything. Like I quit playing basketball in like 7th or 8th grade, and I regret that now. Like I would have loved playing basketball through high school. Like I quit college. Like I've just quit a lot of things, and like that's I think
but you're not a quitter though.
kind of.
I don't think you
I
are.
think here's the thing I've dealt with that same feeling too. Like I didn't just quit college. I was trying and I failed at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I quit.
and
I quit going to classes.
the
and
amount of potential that Seth has, I mean, it doesn't. He doesn't need a college education for me to know how smart he is.
whatever. You
know
have a
what I mean?
higher education than me.
I will never live that down. I was a complete jerk. And if I never live it down, that's okay because I deserve that much.
You were just proud of your degree.
You got your associate's degree, man. It's
That's
awesome.
so stupid. Anyways, no, but the thing is, like, whenever I failed, that day that I learned that I could not return to classes for the next semester, it was like a day before they started. I drove through the night in January. It was a 2-hour drive up to Missouri because I was so ashamed. I just drove from my apartment. I called my dad on the way. I said, "Dad, I've just failed out of college. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm the worst."
That was smart. I should have I had to go back home. I should have ran away Dude,
I went up to Haley's and I stayed there for like a week, and I was just like, you know, my life. I was in a deep depressive state to where I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to be a good dad with work ethic like I just exhibited. I don't know how I'm going to be a good husband. I don't know how I'm a good person for all this. And I just piled it on and just absolutely killed myself with this stuff. And I don't want anybody to feel that way about college. Okay? You can make a living doing any and everything. I don't have I don't have anything beyond an associate's degree. If you don't know, that means I did the bare minimum amount of work. I got a 2-year degree in 3 years. Okay, I'm not astounding. All right, but
I didn't even get the 2-year degree. So.
I'm working an office job basically. I'm working a job that is decent pay, decent benefits. I don't have a bachelor degree. You don't have to break your back if you don't have a college degree. You work yourself up, you find a place where you can thrive and you do it.
Do it to your best of your ability.
That's
the thing.
it. Yeah.
It ain't about breaking your back. It's just about doing your best work, whether that's hard work or not. And I think if you teach that to your kids, whatever way you teach that to your kids, that's what you got to do. You don't have to put them out shoveling the driveway and crap like that. Like, just hold them accountable and give them little teeny tiny responsibilities, and they're going to learn it, especially if you live it out in front of them. So
that was one thing I think my parents, like, I didn't really have chores, and I never really had an allowance. I pretty much, if I wanted something bad enough, they would usually get it for me, but also they'd make me work for it. Like, I remember the first thing I ever wanted was Spider-Man 2000 game. Anthony had it on 64. I wanted it on the computer. Like, I had one of those Kellogg discs that you had the demo and you could play through like the first 2 levels or something. Yeah. So I wanted this game so bad. I've heard that a couple times.
I think someone is actually here this time.
Maybe the dog's going to the thing. But like, I knew it would cost me like probably $20 or $30 or something. So I just, like, I went to my parents and like, I want to start doing stuff to make money because I want this thing. So anytime I wanted something, I would work to get it as a kid. Who is it?
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
It's Rask. He's arrived.
What you got there?
Food for the wife.
Okay.
My wife?
Your wife.
But like, looking back on like high school and elementary, Slade Stormont.
Yeah.
He was given everything. He was raised by his grandma. He had no respect for anything that he had. And I want to definitely put a respect of things of money into my kids, because
Yeah, make them at least think they're working for something.
Yeah.
Have to
Yeah,
earn
yeah.
everything.
There's the thing about it is a lot of people undervalue this and a lot of people overvalue it. But there is a trade. Whenever you trade your labor for money, there's an emotional exchange.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, you know, I've poured into this and I've earned this. And the fact that you get that reward helps your self-worth. You know, 100%. It's like, okay, they think that I earned this. That's awesome. You know?
That's true.
And that's why it's important for kids to learn, you know, it's not for capitalism, it's not for you get money, you can buy what you want. It's this whole
Live the
thing
life
like
you wanna live.
What you have, what you offer is important, and the
it'll
quality.
get you somewhere.
Yeah. Here is, you are worth, and this is going to sound bad how I phrase it, but like you are worth what you are offering. You know?
Yeah.
Kyle has a buddy who is making a living pretty much playing video games, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He does. So he does.
How's he doing it? Twitch, YouTube, Facebook?
Twitch.
I don't know if you know.
Twitcher.
I don't
How
know.
much money does he make a year?
I don't know. Probably base right now.
Just base.
Yeah, I'd probably say 35 to 40,000.
That's
More
a,
than I make.
I mean,
yeah,
dude,
no, he makes what we do. Just sitting on his butt all day.
yeah,
Not
dude,
doing anything.
That's the thing. I had to work up to making that
Yeah,
where
he
I'm
needs
at.
Can we get him a mic set up?
Yeah, let's get Kyle in
Sit
here.
down here.
Yeah. Get on in here, Kyle. Everybody welcome
It's
Kyle
the Say It in Common podcast.
to Say It in Common.
Our Say It in Common
Yeah.
podcast? Okay.
You're in on it now.
Well, I get to be a part. That's exciting.
You might have to hold the mic, though. Okay?
You're definitely going to have to hold him
I-
Here you go. I gotta get you going.
Yeah. Hey, give us an old test. Old testaroo.
He's not in.
Oh. How about now?
No. All right, Kyle, say something.
In a world
It's great.
where chairs are sat on upside down.
He's here.
Where do you get these things, man?
Kyle has arrived. A wild Kyle has appeared.
Kyle, how's it going?
Oh, it's going.
You happy to be here?
I'm pretty happy to be here.
It's good.
What we're talking about right now is like you work at a factory. I know you work hard. Like you have 12-hour days sometimes, like a whole week of 12-hour days. When you eventually have kids, are you going to what kind of lifestyle are you going to instill into them? Like just
What
to
are the
work
values?
hard. Yeah.
Like,
Because we were saying our parents like put in a work hard to make it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we're thinking more of like find something you love and go get that.
Put your effort at that
Yeah.
instead of
like
Yeah.
you've got to go to college.
yeah,
You've got to work hard.
It's not a whole. Listen, if you're looking for a job, then you need to start knocking on doors and cutting some grass, and you need to break your back doing it. That was the mentality.
That was their generation. That's
Yeah.
not our generation. Our generation is about living the one life you got. You got to be happy about it.
yeah.
There's no other way to do it.
there's so many different ways to live now, make a living. Like
That's what's insane. It's absolutely insane that you can make a living doing anything. If you enjoy something enough, you can make a living doing that.
I mean, dude that he knows is making a base salary. Honestly, for the past 2 years, I haven't made that kind of money.
Well,
you know?
That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is every single weekend he has. This past weekend, he had an opportunity to win $400,000. If he accidentally does good enough one weekend, that's
Yeah.
$400,000.
That's
for
the,
playing video games.
How much is that taxed?
The 400,000 was after the tax.
Oh, good
Yeah,
lord!
no,
see,
it was split between. It was 1.5 mil split between. It was like the first top three winners.
What's he
What
playing?
game was
What's
it?
his name?
He was playing Fortnite then. Yeah.
of course.
A Fortnite tournament worth $1.5 million.
Well, in all, nobody could actually
Right.
win the full 1.5, but yeah. It's pretty insane.
Professional disc golfers are getting like $20,000, and that was their highest paid.
That's all about
Thing.
endorsements for them.
But I mean,
Darren has arrived.
See, that's the thing. Like Dustin, he couldn't come today because he runs a esports at his school, and he was having an esports practice today. That was not available. We could not go to school and play video games.
yeah,
like
and this is a skill that you can train for. Is the thing,
yeah,
you know?
so crazy. Like,
And
I don't know
also,
if this
I
is
mean,
a good or bad thing, really.
but here's also the thing.
it's a thing though. Why like
It's kind of like a Ready Player One kind of situation we got going
think?
here.
But
We're
here,
getting a little
wait,
too far.
can I say,
Go.
this isn't the only. You don't have to be good either.
no.
As long
No,
as
if
you,
you're entertaining.
if you
Yeah,
have a good
entertaining.
monologue,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching this guy on YouTube. It's the YouTube channel is called The Outer Middle Show. Completely not safe for work. Completely adult, but like his claim to fame is like he knows this game called The Forest. Knows it backwards, forwards. Could play it blindfolded. This guy's so good at it. But like right now, what he's been doing is he's been playing these scary games, 100% for like the past 2 months. And dude, I mean, that's how I got introduced to him.
Is it Markiplier?
No. His name's Mad Vlad.
Oh, I really like Markiplier.
That's a crazy.
Markiplier's been hot for like 10 years.
He's great.
The reason that we never had any kind of the ideals of doing what you want and being happy is because nobody could reach out to anybody else ever. The internet brought everybody together because it don't matter what you like, at least one other person out of the 7.8 billion people are gonna like it. So
Dustin, like his family, I guess, mess with him now because he likes playing. Like adults playing video games is funny to older generation. Like,
Yeah.
what are y'all wasting y'all's time on? But like, they're like, why are you not making money doing this? And he's like, y'all wouldn't let me. I wasn't allowed to play video games as a kid because it was a waste of time. And now you're asking why I'm not making this big money? Like, it's not a skill that you let me get good at.
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy that you can't actually get good at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Kind of true. Yeah.
That's the thing is like, I'm not saying encourage your child to do these
Just play
things
video
for
games.
monetary
Right.
gain either. Yeah, don't play video games just because this is what you want to do. And like, I mean, but also, you know, I don't want you to look at all of your hobbies as a monetary gain thing. You need something that's yours. You need something that, but the thing is, if you can see yourself doing this, if you can make it profitable, if you can make what you love profitable, do it. But don't do something you love for a profit.
Yeah, that's a proverb that Anthony Tate just wrote. Darren's clapping. He loves it.
It's just crazy what people do, like work in factories and all this for the rest of our lives, you know, whenever the opportunity is just endless. A podcast, nobody listens to the radio. Explain to me how a podcast is anything good at all, whenever the radio is almost obsolete.
Yeah.
And then, look
And
at
Joe Rogan's
Rogan.
killing,
Yeah.
killing it.
Yep.
Yeah, so are we. I mean, we're just like totally.
And
Yeah,
it's
we've
the
almost got
same
we're getting
thing.
up there to 10,000 listens, man.
No, 1,000.
Oh, 1,000. No.
1,000.
That's crazy.
That's okay.
We are famous.
Yeah, it's a.
1,000 people, like someone's listened to us. People have listened to us talk 1,000 times.
This
almost.
is literally
That is
all
pretty
that
crazy.
fame is, though, is being recognized. Is people will say, "Hey, I think I know you." That's it.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't pay Chris Hemsworth for saying, you know, for seeing him in public. It'd be like, "Hey, I saw you in Thor." Yeah, I got paid a lot for that. Thanks for watching it. You know.
No, hey, you take our 1,000 listens and you spread them out over, you know, so many episodes. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you're just saying
A lot of
1,000.
people listening to a show that, you know,
Yeah, we're just goofing off.
we're
you know.
just
Thank y'all for listening. We're just new mood goofing on this show.
Oh, so what's next? What's the next topic? Because I feel like we
probably like shut down and play some.
Tyrell had a thing.
Not
He's
on
on.
the
Oh yeah,
console.
Tyrell, shut us down. What are you gonna say?
we're not on the console.
We still have on the console and movie minute.
If we want to talk about that, we're about an hour and a half.
We're definitely talking about on the console.
This is not
Okay.
a video game, but it does have to do with D&D. So could I bring that up on the console?
Why not?
sure on the console. Dun, 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 dun.
PS5 released this week and the Xbox Series X, and it is impossible to find. PS5, I have not looked for an Xbox.
Have you guys seen any videos about the Xbox One Series X, like overheating, some flaws? that they've got?
really?
Yep.
I've seen smoke pouring out of the
Yep.
top of them.
I saw that one.
Discs will go in. They'll try to put the discs in, and they'll just go zzz, 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 while they're halfway sticking out. They'll just go zzz, 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 and then won't work.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's obviously
PS5.
I've not
something
heard
going
about
on.
that.
Wait, there's still disc trays in the.
No. There's a disc slot.
yeah.
Like the Wii.
Oh, see.
Well, any
And I guess I
Yeah.
think
Even-
that's just a
even the
problematic
Xbox-
way.
Xbox One has
with that.
used
No, that's
Xbox-
that
They
will
do
be
have.
they
They do
all
have
have.
some that are
like Xbox
discless.
One S is all digital.
Yeah.
They have
a PlayStation 5 that's discless.
digital.
Yeah, digital is what they're calling.
I mean,
Anyway, Tyrell, what were you gonna say? Go ahead and do your D&D
yeah.
thing.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to bring up Tosh's Cauldron of Everything, that book that's coming out on the 17th.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of new subclasses, bunch of new. I think there's items. There's tattoos in there, magical tattoos.
Is this a plug? Tyrell, are you sponsored by Whistles of the
No,
Coast?
no, nothing like that. But
Has anybody seen the D&D cookbook released, Heroes Feast?
I told my
Yeah.
Secret Santa that I want that. You know, that is actually just there's another one for. Oh, there's another cookbook that if you look at that one, it like recommends the other one.
Yeah.
It has the exact same recommendations from like Matthew Willard and stuff. So it's the exact same cookbook. They just reskinned it for Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was a Pathfinder cookbook or something. It's the exact same thing, and they just
Okay.
reskinned it.
See, I figured you'd like it because I mean, you do.
Right.
You have a large collection of cookbooks.
Yep,
Which I mean is awesome, by the way.
something I used to be passionate about. I go through stages.
I mean, yeah.
That's the way to live life. You got to enjoy every bit of it.
what I was going to say though is apparently some of it was leaked before it's come out because it's not coming out till the 17th. But apparently a lot of the subclasses are psionically themed.
Psionics.
Breaking the
That's what that was
game.
all about.
What's that?
It's
Mind power.
Mind power. Power of the brain, the mind, and the head.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay.
The brain tells the mind what to do.
Right.
Was that? Were you trying to quote School of Rock?
Basically.
Okay, gotcha.
I've tried to get a PlayStation 5 and they're sold out.
Oh man.
They said they're going to restock on Black Friday. That's like 2 weeks of not being able. They're not selling any PlayStation 5s.
Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, it released this past week.
Yeah, but okay. So okay.
Yeah, it's a little
Dude,
over 2 weeks.
I'm not gonna get anything yet because I'm still like.
Cynthia's going to make me wait till Christmas to open it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
she
still.
is.
I'm still swarming all of these. I've got backlogged games that I'm getting into before I.
Well, that's what I've been doing on my PS4 now.
Yeah.
I just platinumed Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Freaking
great
loved that game.
Great game.
Bought that at Black Friday like 3 years ago. Never opened it until like 2 weeks ago.
And that's the thing.
and
Don't
blew through
sleep
it.
on the Resident Evil series because they're really good.
It's the first
Resident
one I've
Evil
played.
6 is terrible.
I think I saw
It's
that
too
one played in
disjointed.
college.
It is way too disjointed. You've got 3 campaigns in one campaign. You don't get in depth on anything.
I've not played one, but I watched some of one. I think I watched Markiplier play some of one of the Resident Evils. Wasn't about it.
I like the
Just-
horror
just
aspect
too
of
much.
7.
Yes,
It was
yes.
not the normal shooter
That's
that
the thing
too
is
scary.
Resident Evil 1.
it scared me.
yeah.
It scared me.
Yes.
Like it actually would give
Yes.
me goosebumps.
Yes.
I played the remake of 2, and I couldn't. I
Yes!
couldn't play by myself. I had a buddy play with me.
Oh my gosh, dude! Doesn't that
man.
Doesn't that just like it just eats in the back of your mind? You don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
There's one part where the chick like chases after you with a chainsaw, and like every time she'd hit me, I would like just
Yeah.
goosebumps on the
It's
back.
just
of
like
my-
no.
It's too much. See, it's just too much. I'm just not about it.
Resident Evil 2 is great.
And the gore is
The
insane.
thing about Resident Evil 2 is you have to worry about ammo consumption. It's not about shooting every enemy you see. It's about choosing your shots. It's about navigating this place. Oh, dude.
Oh, and
it's
which
neat.
one's the one where the plane crashes and you land in like that cult village?
That's 4, I think.
That
No. There's
In Africa,
in Africa.
the Africa village. I'm sure that's,
That's
what it's
fine.
I don't know. It
Was it
wasn't
fine?
Africa. It was like a bunch of hicks.
That is. Oh, you're not.
Maybe it's not Resident Evil. It's Outlast.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was Outlast. I watched about 10 minutes of that. I turned it off.
That's
So no
that's
more
Outlast
watching it.
2.
If it had been a movie, it would have been the scariest movie I'd ever seen.
I was going to talk earlier. There's this guy called Omewrecker. He's a big YouTuber.
Yes, Omewrecker.
And he's played like over 200 episodes of Dead by Daylight, a game I've never even heard of. And he's just making videos just on this game, and it looks sick.
Omewrecker's great. He also
I
has
really
that.
like Omewrecker.
He also has that niche of like masked gamer. I'll never reveal my face type thing. He's cool. He plays with Mr. Fruit.
Well, I'm a big Mr. Fruit fan.
I'm Mr. Fruit is starting to lose his allure with me. He seems a bit whiny.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
Yeah, y'all are sitting here talking about all the dudes that are making thousands of dollars.
And I wish I
playing
was
video
them.
games.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Bud plays it late, dude.
I
Start
know.
it.
He would be good. But
Look, man, all you have to do is make a video and then drive to Heber and upload it. I've been doing it for months.
I can't even like edit my own stuff. But it's devoted to them. They have
Figure it
they
out.
have people who edit. But
it's gonna be great. Okay, once we start.
I might one of these days try it. But I'm not that kid. My life's over. Whatever. Give
Your
them
life's
all my
just
fun.
beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway, on the console type stuff. So I've been getting into a little known game. It released not too long ago. Let's see, 24 years in January is when it released. 24 years
Halo.
ago in January.
Halo.
No, 97, my dude.
Dude, I'm done with this.
What game?
Final Fantasy 7. I just got my hands on it. Like, never played it before.
Never been into Final Fantasy.
It's it's like
I got 12 on the Switch.
I've got 15 on the one. On the
They
Xbox
have that
One.
many of this game?
Yeah, but it's like Zelda. Have you ever played Zelda?
I played one on the Game Boy. A little.
None of them are
Connected.
unless you get like.
Are they completely different
10
worlds?
and 10 too. Yeah.
I thought they were like thousands of years apart, but technically all within the same.
If you know more about the lore than I do, then that is exactly it. But I don't know nothing, my dude.
They all have that chicken bird thing that you can ride. So I figure they're in the same world.
It's cool. It's
They got
cool.
that World of Warcraft too, so maybe they're connected.
But also, like, I mean, you get characters like named Sid and Wedge and
I know some of those from Kingdom Hearts.
yeah.
Sid, Leon,
Yuffie, Cloud. This is the game that they're based
Sephiroth.
from.
Oh, no, yeah.
Sephiroth, yeah. I mean, so far, super cool game. Just never really played it.
7 was a
before.
big. That's the Cloud one, right?
That's the big
that was
one,
a.
yeah.
They did a massive remaster of that game.
I know, and I can't play it because I don't have a PS4. I want to play it, but they only released the first part of the game.
Right.
This on the original PlayStation, it came with 3 discs. That is a massive game.
And it's so much bigger now because it looks so much better.
Yeah, but it's only on. You don't have to do it on as many discs, but they're going to.
That's just so they can make money.
Exactly. But they're also stepping it up to, if you bought one, you can, whatever, PS5, blah, blah, blah. But anyways.
What are you playing lately, Kyle?
What am I playing lately? I've been playing Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker lately. But
Say that again.
Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker.
Made perfect sense. Yeah.
That's a video game?
Yeah, it's like next generation Naruto. It's about his kid.
Oh.
Yeah, Boruto.
What do you play that on? Are you a PC guy?
PC, yeah.
PC.
When are you gonna start twitching? When are you gonna start streaming, bro?
I just need a camera. I got a mic and everything.
And you just you plug it on
You got a
here.
soundboard?
You'll
A
have some
soundboard?
watchers.
You can do funny sound.
Then you can plug us on your stream.
Dude, if you guys plug me, I'll plug you. Well, if we plug me, I'll plug you. us.
Yeah.
Totally.
We'll plug us
We'll just
all
plug it
over.
back. That's what. No, that's the kind of stuff we
Totally
need.
Kyle.
Hey, listen. Yes, I'm sure there already is a totally Kyle.
Kyle.
There's got to be a totally.
If
Kyle.
you guys play games with me, I'll still do that. I'm down.
I mean,
I'm just waiting for you to get your other or your other computer so I can come play video games with you.
yeah.
I don't-
That
I
would
don't
be
think
awesome. Then y'all Twitch that or whatever, and you plug the podcast. And on the podcast, we plug your stream.
And we'll just play World of Warcraft and Twitch, so it's like still the same thing.
Yeah. No, see, that's what we need. See, we've got podcast. We've got YouTube block now.
would love
We've
to
got
put-
Instagram.
put
We need
ads.
some streaming.
I would love for us to put video game streaming on. That'd be.
man.
that'd
They
be a
just
blast.
stretch out the commoners into the streaming realm.
Yeah.
Kyle,
'Cause,
get on
I mean,
that.
we're common.
You've got the
I would
internet.
love for us to like get a Smash Brothers tournament.
I've never played Smash Brothers ever.
Tyrell
on
win the
anything.
crap out of that.
I want to so bad.
Never
Tyrell
played
is
it on
OG
anything.
Savage.
Yeah, I think that'd be a blast. All of us get together and play some Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Big great.
I bought it for the Wii. Never played it. Never got to play it.
It's got single player.
No, I mean it's not that I couldn't.
Oh, you never had a Wii?
No, I bought it for the Wii, and I bought just a bunch of games for my nephew.
And
to play.
didn't buy the Wii.
And no, we had the Wii.
Oh, okay.
I had the Wii. I bought these games for my nephew to play, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna get to play in this."
You forgot
And
the
like
controller.
2 months ago, or 2 months later, I like moved out of my house or out of that house. So those are just games that never got
You
played.
have a Switch,
I have
right?
a Switch.
Yeah, get the newest ones on
that's
Switch.
what
Oh God! Why don't you just buy more money? Oh, why don't you just buy the games you want like I do?
You're my dad.
The money. I get my. What does your daddy do? My daddy buys me all the video games I want. What does your daddy do? Complain?
Tyrell.
Tyrell already said he's playing Stellaris.
Stellaris.
Sorry.
Wait. What's Stellaris?
Not again.
I'll let Tyrell explain because I'm sick of us interrupting him,
So
but I'd
it's-
love to explain.
It's like a tactical space exploration and expansion game.
Is it the commercial that pops up in all the YouTube ads?
That's Age of Civilization or something.
No, I'm talking about the space one.
There is a Stellaris commercial.
It's kind of like No Man's Sky, but way more intense. Like there's
It's
lot
more like a
Battle
board.
Galactica stuff going on.
It's on a board though. Like you're going across like a board in space, basically moving your fleets.
It's a
and all
real
that stuff.
time
strategy
game.
Yeah, you take over different pieces of the galaxy and stuff.
It's basically Farmville, but in
yeah,
space.
no. It's,
what is the game?
Clash of Clans mixed with Farmville in space.
What is the game where they like you use real money to buy spaceships in the game?
Sounds stupid.
No, that's the thing is like this money. This game generates money for the users. So they have like investment brokers in the game that make real money.
serious?
I'm very serious.
So you invest money in a video game.
Here's the thing. Listen to this. They talk about this big, massive battle. Battles are also business transactions because it's a risk. It's like investing in high stakes, investments in high risk.
That actually sounds kind of interesting.
But here's
markets with guns.
But here's the thing. The spaceships that they used in this, like they said, like 40 of these like D-class cruisers or whatever. You know how much these things cost? They cost like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they said they cost like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of real money. So it's people who pull their resources in this game, buy these ships. 40 of them were completely taken out, were completely destroyed. That is an investment up in smoke.
Sounds like AJ's pyramid scheme thing.
Oh, the plane game?
Yeah, the plane game.
Kind of sounds like a nowadays Enders game.
It sounds kind of cool. I'm going to have to look into
It's
this.
insane.
Not that I want to play it. I just want to see how the heck this works.
$20 will get you like a dog. That'd be cool. Like a rabid dog just follows you around.
That alien rabbit.
Oh yeah, with like
Yeah,
two heads.
didn't
three
you
paws.
like buy in Among Us?
I bought a robot.
Oh no, I didn't buy a robot. I bought the
Eve
little,
Online,
your little
that's what it
kid.
is.
I bought the little kid. On
Yeah,
Among
the
Us.
dude follows
Yeah.
you
Eve
around.
Online Virtual War.
Oh, I've seen Eve Online. That's what I was talking
Eve
about.
Online Virtual War cost $300,000 in damage. Okay, like 75 Titan ships were destroyed in the battle after one member of a team. Let's see.
That's kind of legit.
Is this high stakes poker?
Kind of, except it's really super.
Is this like a...
That's like ancient, or not ancient, but like 1800s England sending a bunch of ships
Okay.
to find the new world or something,
Yeah.
and then losing them all.
Well, let me ask you this. Are the people playing the game, are they in it that much money? Or what they're putting in is equivalent to what
They
an
are-
investor is putting in?
They are literally putting that much money at risk of
the
their
players.
own. Yes, if you could like cash out or whatever, you would get actual money if you cashed out or
So are these
whatever.
rich people playing this game? Like people that are worth a lot of
No,
money?
it just you compound like your investments, your stock, whatever it is. You make a little bit of money and then you start making more
In the game.
in the game.
But it's not
But
worth
it's-
real
That's
money.
$10 and I killed 20 people and I come out with $100 because I destroyed.
Can you
them.
not? Can you take the money out of the game?
I don't know. I don't know that
Well,
much
then it's
about
not
it.
actually worth that money.
All right, it's a new game, guys.
Hold
New
on.
podcast.
Hold on.
We got to get into this game.
Yeah. Let's get
That's
into
it,
Eve
dude.
Online.
You guys go ahead and send us some money, and we'll invest for you.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
that's
listen
how
to
we'll
this.
start our Patreon.
Listen to this. People outside of Eve get the impression that people pay a lot of real world money for a bunch of internet spaceship pixels. In the past, the figure quoted for a Titan, that's 75 of those that were destroyed, the figure quoted for a Titan has reached as high as $7,000. $7,000 times 75, what is that?
People are paying $7,000 to get that ship
One ship, yeah.
in real life.
game.
Paying that game that money, $7,000.
Yes.
And what do they get out of it?
Now I'm ticked.
Nothing.
I mean, if they're if they're part of a if they're part of a bigger like force, a bigger group that's like these like businesses or whatever, then they are in on this whole. Everybody gets a profit. You
So
know,
maybe a
everybody-
company has a player. Is that what you're saying? Like a
no,
company might
no. I'm
sponsor
saying
a
the
player,
players
give them
make
some
up the
money.
company.
Like Ready Player One.
Yeah, I was just thinking that one.
Just like Ready Player
We're
One.
not. We're living.
Oh,
in a
Wild
strange
Darren
world.
has appeared now.
I have a beard.
Oh, Darren has a mic. Okay, go.
So what you're saying is that people are investing in
Pixels.
pixels,
Space on a screen.
therefore making a different kind of currency. No.
So they're not making the money back.
So it's not even
They're
like
really
no,
just paying
Bitcoin
them money.
No.
related. It's just-
Their money. I don't know how. I cannot tell you how. All I know is this is costing real world money, but it's gaining them real world money.
That's pretty interesting.
But if you cash out, you get money.
Like
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Kind of, yeah. Except Bitcoin, this is your country's currency note. You are making, yeah. I mean, but that's the thing that adds so much more depth to it. Every like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go attack this. You have to have a business plan for it. Basically, this is like the fullest form of capitalism. I want to go to war for money.
That's very strange. I'm looking into that for sure.
Look into it. Everybody, if you would, look into what this is all about. Because I've just read a few articles where they cited that this one battle, it lasted like a week. And it was between like Russian players or Chinese players or something. And like from other parts of the world. What happened was these people went to sleep. The other people were just waking up. And surprise attacked them. Won.
Sounds
But
like
then-
way more interesting high stakes poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like it like the tables turned and the servers reset. I don't know if the servers actually reset, but like something happened. It went back to status quo. It's crazy power moves. I don't know. Just look into it, please. Super excited.
We're about done.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one thing. We like to have like joke and like, we don't usually get serious or talk about politics, but something really horrible's happened in this past election. I won Justice of the Peace somehow.
He didn't campaign.
I didn't campaign. I didn't call a single person.
He just knew what
thrashed the
party
guy.
to vote for.
I thrashed the guy.
Here's the thing.
I demand a recount. Like President Trump, I demand a recount.
The thing is, he just put himself on the card as
This is in Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. He won by like what, 75,
It was
77%?
he had a 2/3 majority vote.
ridiculous.
380.
It was a fantastic night for any political nerd out there to see that a guy who didn't put a dime into the race and the other guy who did.
He won. I'll tell you this. I'll say this, and this is
Did he?
I guess.
there are
he
people
put up
that
a sign?
probably recognize Seth's name.
That's what it is.
There are people that recognize Seth's name, but there's also people who vote a hard red line.
They saw that R.
They saw that R and they were like, "That's my boy."
That's probably very true.
My dad has
That
been
is
getting
true.
a lot of calls from our neighbors like, hey, I'm so excited to have some representation for us up in here. Us farmers, like, I'm so happy that Seth is going to do this.
Are you going
and
to
it's
take this
exciting.
seriously?
I have to.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
I can't.
I don't know why you ran. Why did you do this?
This dadgum man.
Why didn't you run?
He has a
Darren?
passion. Well, he doesn't live in this area.
Do you live in?
He has
Pleasant Plain, or-
such a passion for politics that like he can talk to you and he gets you fired up. And then literally he did this the night before
Hi.
the very sign off day. Like I had to sign
You
up the
have
next
pyramid
day.
schemes. I have politics.
Yeah.
well,
he made me sign up the next day and it was too late after that. And
Tell me, do you live in Independence County?
No,
Stone.
but I can get you connected.
No, it's okay. I thought you did. I'm sorry.
Your region or your district.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for all of Stone County.
No.
Yeah. I am just the piece
For
of-
district.
for this
Blah, blah,
district,
blah.
but I am in charge of. I am one of
Yeah.
the just the pieces in
like-
charge of.
Here's the
entire
thing: if
county.
anybody at the county level, if they want to pass an ordinance, if they want to give their people raises in the offices up there, if they need to make any kind of cross move that involves more money than is in their budget, they have to get it approved through the quorum court. If they have to,
he knows more about it than I do.
it's
Well,
because
he's in the business.
I've just been in it for 2 years, so I mean that's just it.
See,
You'll
you
figure
got
this
the
out.
political sphere, and then you got
The bureaucracy.
yeah,
But that's the thing, like
and then you got AJ who could make you good music.
you are the guy
Yeah,
who
I'm making some good campaign ads.
you
next
are
time.
the checks.
I'm never ever going to campaign.
You are the checks
I don't
and
know if I'll run
balances
again next
to
time.
the
When is it,
county
2 years or
judge.
4 years? 2 years. 2 years. Thank goodness. I thought it was 4 years.
You may wind up liking it.
Huh?
You
I
may
might.
wind-
Yeah, we're going for
That's the
governor
thing.
next time.
Here's the thing. Here's what you do. You are a representation for your district to the county to make sure that you are considered. Because I mean, that's what I've heard a lot of from people in the past who have been JPs. Is I told the county judge that this road in my district was not looking good, and he needed to do something about it. He did.
That is one thing our judge is very good at. He is the road king.
Yeah. So is ours.
Hey, well, I can tell you, my grandparents' driveway down there on Cahokia, absolutely terrible. Let's get something done.
Okay.
Is that in Stone County?
Can you?
You're not one of my
represent
constituents, so I don't care.
that? Well, my grandparents are.
They probably are in my district, actually.
Yeah, they are. I would assume. I mean, I don't know.
Ask
the
if they
line.
voted for me. Then maybe I'll get something done.
Okay, I will. I'll ask them. They probably
that was a
did,
joke,
if you were,
ladies and
especially if you.
They don't know me.
Let's everybody wish Seth a really
Speedy move out of this county.
good. I mean, I hope that he does make a difference. I hope that what he does is going to be awesome.
I'm probably just a puppet.
No, they would approach you. If you
I'm
were a
this
puppet.
I'm this county's Joe Biden.
That's the thing is, like, just do what is best for the people around you. That you are their puppet, basically. You want them to know that you're
I'm his
listening.
puppet. What are you talking about?
You're just gonna
He's
do
the
whatever
Godfather.
Is
he the man behind the curtain?
Yes,
he is.
All right.
But anyway,
I just look like a bum.
All right, we ready to shut this thing down? Okay. Be sure and go check out Tiger Skull RPG. I was going to tell you at the start of the episode, and I forgot. I can't get the website to work right now. I don't know what's going on there, but I can tell you that there's super cool stuff in the works over there. And I was just talking to old Alex Kolakowski yesterday, and he's been working really hard. But one thing that's going to be coming out in 2021 is physical loot cards, so you can order them in a deck. Hopefully we're going to get some of those, and we'll be doing a YouTube video. So y'all need to go get on the Patreon and go check out TigerSkullRPG.com and look at this stuff, especially the last drop with the Disciples of the Watch. Probably my favorite thing so far. I can't wait to print that off.
They look sick.
Yeah,
I'm on the
I mean,
Discord and I've seen them.
Knights on horseback with like chains and
He's doing
everything
some
heavily
amazing,
armored.
amazing stuff.
I don't know how he gets it all done in a month. I mean, he's basically hand drawing this stuff in 3D software. It's insane. He's got some videos on that on YouTube too, where he's doing that stuff where you can watch him do it.
he also posts updates on his Patreon for anybody who wants to know his upcoming projects.
Anthony's got the Patreon. pulled up.
Latest update that he posted about was Wraiths of Old progress updates. So
That's the next drop.
It's awesome that this guy is connected with his base. He's connected with you guys.
You join his Discord, he talks every day to you.
Yep. And you can talk to Seth too on there.
Yep. I'm not on there very much because I don't want to like just beat ourselves into his thing because it's his thing, you know?
Right, yeah.
But yeah, if you want to come say hi to me on there, you can say hi.
But yeah, go check it out and definitely support the Patreon because I know that's where most of his money's coming from, and that gives him a solid base to work off of when you pledge a few dollars every month. So go check that out, and also go check out our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And we're about to play some D&D here in a little bit, so we should have a game for you
Yeah, get ready.
this Saturday after you listen to this.
Get ready for a new Commoners of D&D, you know?
All right, we're out of here.
See ya.
Later!
Thanks for listening to this episode of Say It in Common with the Commoners of D&D. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Commoners Official so you never miss an episode or anything else. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Commoners, for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.